Yeah, that came out of cylinder number 1. Well, time to pull the motor. All right, so just gonna do a quick time lapse here. I'm gonna work on just taking some of the easy stuff off and getting ready to pull the motor out. So. All right, so we're getting started here. We'll pull off this charge pipe. That's just the Wiggins clamp up at the throttle body and then the 2 V-bands at the turbos themselves. Makes it real convenient for pulling that off. The nice thing about the way I laid this turbo kit out is you don't have to pull the turbos, the downpipes, the wastegates, the hot side at all other than the header itself. So it's just a matter of pulling the headers, the intake, bell housing bolts, torque converter bolts, and a couple wires, and this thing's ready to pull out. It took me about 35 minutes. Now, I do have the mid plate, which supports the transmission, which is nice. I don't know how well it's going to, or easy it's going to be to put the engine back in and line all that up. So hopefully that goes well. And then pulling the intake off, I stand in the engine bay because it's kind of awkward. Sit it on the front there, and it works great. I don't have to worry about paint scratches, so that's nice. All right, let's play the fun game of what did we forget to disconnect. Got this thing ready to pull out, so pull it out, get it on the engine stand, and call it a night. All right, so we got it out, got it on the engine stand. Got 2 bolts back through the transmission and the mid plate to hold that. My flow is a mess, but that's gonna do it for tonight. We'll tear into this thing either tomorrow or might take a break for a couple days. So. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this driver's side head off and reveal our issue, which I already know what the issue is. This head gasket is definitely blown. Hopefully it's just the head gasket and the sleeve didn't like crack or the block or something crazy. I don't see why it would have, but who knows. So we got a bag here and we're gonna start taking this thing apart. Make sure you label everything so that way when it's time to put it back together, you have all your hardware. So driver's side valve cover fought me for a little bit because I used about half a tube of RTV on Dragweek to fix an oil leak. But once we got that off there, we were able to get the rocker arms off, got those over in our organizer, pulled all the push rods out there, and switched my gloves over. And then it was time to start taking off the actual nuts for the head studs. Got those all put in the bag along with the washers and pulled the cylinder head off. All right, so got the head off. I don't see anywhere in the block that looks like it's cracked or anything like that. But I also don't see anything on the gasket. Like, I don't see anywhere where it looks. This is cylinder 1 here. Like, I don't see. I mean, that little bit is broken off there, but that's at the bottom. It still should have been sealed. That's cylinder 1 right there. Garbage. I don't see anything on here that shows blatantly where it would have been leaking from. So, I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna send some pictures to my own buddy and see what he thinks. But I don't really see anything. All right, so I've talked to my buddy Alex. This is the culprit right here. He said that's how his was as well. Just the ever so slightest bit. It blew apart down there, so I'm gonna order some new head gaskets and a couple other gaskets just to have them new since we're gonna be taking it apart. I'm gonna pull this head off, flip it over, check the bearings and stuff like that, make sure all of that is good, and then probably just slap it back together. What's going on? I'm out here. I already started, kind of wasn't thinking, didn't film, but I got one piston out of it, and that's number one, which was the piston I thought that was going to be hurt, if any, and it looks fine. So the bearings don't look great, so we're definitely going to put all new bearings in it, but I'm going to set up the phone for a time lapse here, and we'll get all these pistons out. All right, so got started here, had the shop supervisor making sure everything was going well, and yeah, not too bad. I didn't really plan on doing this part. I was hoping just to throw gaskets at it and go, but with the events we have planned this year, we're going to be traveling a lot, multiple 8 to 17 hour trips down south, and we're really going to be pushing on this thing, leaning hard to try and get this heavy truck down to 530s. We have a couple little gangsters that we plan on doing, plus streetcar bragging rights and FL2K in the fall. So we're really going to be pushing this motor. It's good that we are refreshing it now. All right, so we got all the pistons and rods out of it. The crank looks good. I don't think anything needs to be polished or anything like that. Probably just wipe it off a little bit better. Get some new rod bearings, because some of them, they didn't look great. Like number one there, it's not like terrible. Number two kind of had some stuff in it too. Number 7, that one wasn't great either. I mean, again, not terrible, but we already have it apart, so we're throwing main bearings, might as well throw rod bearings, and that way we know we're good to go for when we so I was editing that video of the engine teardown and realized I never filmed an outro. So it wasn't, you know, what I found was all right. I was hoping just to be able to throw head gaskets in it and get back together and maybe race more last year. Now a couple months have gone by, but it is what it is. Plan on really pushing the truck this year. We have streetcar bragging rights in April that we're going to be going down to. So would rather know that the engine's 100% and whatnot. So that's going to do it for the teardown video. Be sure to check back in about a week or two for the reassembly, and I'll get this motor back in this thing. And it's freezing cold in Pennsylvania, so sadly we can't go testing unless we go for a drive, but I'm not opposed to that and getting out of this cold weather. So that's gonna do it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on TikTok, Broken Budget Racing, Facebook, Broken Budget Racing, and Instagram, OneBadass67. I do have merch that I just got the design done for this 2026 season. I'm waiting to get back pricing, and then I'll be making a post on all social media about that. You can buy a hat, sweatshirt, or a t-shirt, whatever you're looking for. So be sure to check it out on our social media, and we'll see you next time.